Hello everyone and welcome back to Krastorio 2. This is Otaku Showboat and today, well, uranium will be a thing. I apparently have two of U-235. So, at the beginning, let us remind folks that if you have been enjoying this series thus far, please be sure to do all of the social and engagement stuff below the video, and you can of course support me on Patreon at patreon.com/otakushowboat if you are so inclined and able. When we left off last time, I had been working on uranium, and today I need to wrap this build up so that I have a consistent supply of things. So, this is a line of crushers, as you can probably tell. I am out of medium electric poles. And I cannot make more. Alright. So I guess the very first thing I'm going to do today is go and get more medium electric power poles. Slash go to the mall. Oh goodness, that was close. That was a close one. I need to relearn how to be cautious. How to be cautious about my trains in this vehicle, this particular vehicle, which will lose the fight versus train in head-on collisions. Unlike in High Alien Life, where we've got access to a wonderful thing known as the Crawdad, as well as the Dingrito and the Phedysis, they are all completely immune to impact damage. So they destroy things. I am nowhere near where I need to be. They destroy things, and they do not get destroyed. There's also pipes in the pie suite that are completely immune to impact damage, the multi-purpose pipes that were relatively recently added, many months ago at this point, but an extra tier at the very top end. Don't have that stuff here, sadly. Ever so slightly unfortunate that we don't have that stuff here. One of the benefits of being on the vanilla resource generation, not resource generation, but the not alien biomes terrain, the vanilla terrain, is that there are far fewer rocks to run into with the vehicle. So my vehicle's rock finder is not as blatantly obvious because of the general lack of rocks. And there's my power poles being brought to me for the very, well, this is the first time I've gone here specifically to resupply on these things. Okay, so I have stuff speed modules that need to be applied across the board to all of the stuff that does not take speed, that I know I can just make a ton of. And ideally, we can productivity all the things that need the productivity. All of the things that need the productivity. All of the intermediate stuff that use it. Hello, Ollie. Welcome. I had to shoo Ollie away right before I started recording because he was intent on putting his claws into my green screen behind me, and that wasn't such a great thing. I did not enjoy that so much. We also have more than 150 available logistics robots right now, so we are not flooding in with more logistic robots at this point in time. I am going to grab a whole bunch of these guys. So what are you doing? Licking? You're licking? Hi. Yes, he's licking. He's licking himself. He is being pretty boy. He is being a pretty boy. I will assign this to that. Excuse me? Ollie? Ollie? Stop. Stop, baby! Stop. The baby! Rotate up a little bit and Da'ali. Hi. You're pulling a dolly. You're naughty. You're naughty boy. Naughty Ali. Yes, now you squirm. Here. Here, go that way. Kittens! Da'ali. Hi. You're looking at me. That's the Ollie. Doing the dolly. Oh boy. Alright, I'm gonna take some of these too while I'm at it, just so that I have them, as well as I guess another stack of the big power poles. And off we go back to the uranium. So, I know it's been a while, but in the video that actually has just gone live, Ollie, get off. That's some compressed air that will shoo him away. There was a comment on one of these relatively recent videos. I think this was on video part 20. That's about as far back as the recordings are right now. So today I'm recording this video as part 31, and just getting a comment in on part 20, the most recently posted video, about how I need to be ready for other machines, I guess, like with spacing. So my response to anything regarding spacing, pre-preparing for other things, I don't design like that. I will completely demolish what I don't need anymore when/if I adjust to other things, because yes, there are going to be different machines. I realize that they are probably going to be a different size than the previous machines. I also realize that we're also going to get access to beacons, and I have not inherently designed from the start around the concept of having beacons. So let's keep all of this in mind, that I am going to have to redo everything from scratch anyway. I will have to redo everything from scratch anyway when I get beacons. So it does not matter what spacing I am currently using with regards to anything. They were specifically talking about the oil setup, wanting me to have extra spacing to compensate for, I guess, later phase stuffs. But it doesn't matter. It does not matter. Period. I have to redo the whole thing anyway. I need to have an output that cycles back in here with an input priority on that side, and preferably a lane balance as well. The reason for this is that the stuff here is going to make sand. It's going to make sand from stone. And it's going to make a lot of sand from stone, actually. And I need the infrastructure to, kill it. I need the infrastructure to completely kill it. As well as enough of these to actually process the entire mixed belt. So, a few of these things. Let's go and take care of this. Just please void the sand. You're gonna be annoying, aren't you? There, you're taking sand. You're taking sand. So there is an issue here, and that is that these avoid multiple units of things at a time. I don't like that behavior, because that completely screws me over. Specifically the stone. It it takes in multiple units of stone at a time before it starts to void the other stuff, and I don't want that. I can't. I can't have that. So the solution is I have to filter. I didn't want to have to filter, but I have to filter because this is going to be a massive, massive royal pain in the ass. Alright, off they go. Destroy the things. I have to clean all this up and, yeah, just have different things going on here. So all of this has to go completely. I will design around the concept of these two taking care of the iron. I will filter the iron to the right and have these guys voiding. I don't need outputs if they are voiding the iron. And then below this, I don't even think I need that many to void the stone, but I'll need a bunch to void the sand that's going to output from these. That was not the right spacing. Connect the power. This may actually be a bit much. I can use Shift C now, I guess, and get rid of a whole bunch of things at a time. Oh, this apparently isn't... Oh, I Shift C, so it's doing a whole bunch of stuff. A whole bunch of stuff. And that should take care of things. Ideally. Ideally, I did just throw a whole bunch of units of stone at this that I would rather have in my inventory. It will... This is processing incredibly slowly. I want to throw that out there. This is not the correct recipe, by the way. This is not the void recipe. That is very slow. Let me, adjust by adding more. Gotta have this thing known as more. M-O-A-R. That's the spelling of more, right? M-O-A-R? Interesting. Yeah, so you do take multiple units before you do your cycle. And that's the inherent problem that I was having on the initial thingy. I already have 5? Wow, you can start Kovarex from 20. I'm already, like, I'm a quarter of the way there in this very short amount of time. Interesting. Very interesting. So I grabbed a whole bunch of Mark II mining drills. I may as well go down and upgrade my mining. This will still damage me. Yes, it will. So there was something else about that comment about spacing and all of that that I do need to consider, and that is that power armor is behind military science, so I need to set up military science very soon before I do the actual transition into the later phase sciences, because of the whole fact that, you know, the later phase sciences don't consume any of the earlier phase sciences. I hate that design. I made this point pretty consistently over the course of these streams that I do not like that design. decision to basically make lower tiered sciences obsolete after a certain point in the tech progression. I don't like it at all because it messes with production goals. If I want to make a certain amount of science, I want to make a certain amount of science, all science per second. And if I don't have techs that can consume all the science, that's a problem. I'll need some other mod that adds tech, like a tech void technology, that actually uses all of the techs. Anyway, I do officially now have a consistent source of U-238. I have not added the train and set up the train station over there, so back I go to do exactly that. This was the main thing preventing us from getting purple science. So that's where we sort of are right now in terms of that level of progression at about to get into production science tech cards. And I guess the next thing, once I do this little setup, I think this is just a train station now to do that, would be to do military science. They also said that you can do the solar panels on site with the rocket, with the satellites type stuff. And rocket launches. I guess I can do that. I do want to have level 3 modules before I think about launching rockets. We can actually think about launching rockets, by the way. Like we can be thinking about that. That is technically our next level of progression, is getting into that science. The optimization tech cards, which take the space science, if I'm not completely mistaken. That's the naming convention now in Krastorio. I want wagons. I need more wagons, as it turns out. These have a stack size of 400. Yeah, you're going to be limited to stack size 1. And you are... I need to put all the names properly. So SU2381, and then down here I need DU2381. Eventually I will add to this station, I guess, the U235. Yeah, I suppose, because I will need to do something to the U235, and I am not keen on voiding U235. I'm more keen on converting, actually, 238 to 235 than I am on anything else. Sorta looks like I can add even more centrifuges. Maybe I should add more centrifuges. U238. Supply to depot. Full cargo. Circuit condition. Go! Do your loop-de-loop. And then I have to define the source priority for U238. So the uranium fuel cell production requires U235, duh. And that would lead me into doing power out of uranium, but I don't know whether I want to do that. Uranium fuel cells. It actually requires both of them plus steel to make a fuel cell, and this gets consumed by nuclear reactors. I don't think I want to go through that effort of setting that up. At least not right now. Okay. Production science. Or production tech cards. U238 plus tech cards plus red belts plus productivity modules. Yay. Something that is a little bit more complex. So here in this, I'm going to put like 1 for now. on this. I can ignore the production of the U-238 as well as the blank tech cards. What I cannot ignore is the production of the other two items here. I do have green circuits and electronic components on my network, as well as iron, so I can ignore everything else involved in the production of those. So, iron, green circuits, electronic components, blank tech cards, and U-238. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I do need a local production here. I guess I can also take into account productivity where I can do productivity, which would end up being on the final machine for the tech cards themselves to reduce the amount of stuff at the end. This is generally speaking the most important place to have productivity, is at the very, very tail end. And you will have speed. You need speed. And if I can reduce to one building here by having speed, I will do that. So yeah, now we're thinking with modules. Now we're thinking with modules. And then soon enough, I'll have beacons once I get purple. Once I get into purple science production tech cards, I'll be able to unlock the beacons. Glorious, beautiful bacon. And then it's going to be a really long time before you can actually get into the singularity beacons. You need to actually get to the final science, which definitely tells me that things like the singularity beacon are exclusively used for people who want to meet tech goals. And in this case, my tech goal will be 60 per second. 60 science per second. That's however much per minute. 60 per second times 60 seconds. That's a bit. That's a bit of stuff per second, specifically with that singularity tech card. My concern to get into 60 SPS is not any of the previous items. It's actually that final science, that singularity tech card. That's the killer, the absolute killer for resource requirements, and I will need to have the singularity tech cards to scale up to the level that I need to scale up to. So I came here specifically for what exactly? I want resources to build the buildings I need to build. Specifically, I need the research centers. I would like you on the end here to be my research center, or research server, excuse me, build, and that should be everything required for the research server. I will limit that. I'll need that, I think, as an ingredient for the next level of thing, too. So I'm okay with that. But I'm here specifically because I do need to pick up my modules. I need modules. Glorious, wonderful modules. Not so keen on the efficiency or effectivity effect for the modules. Right now, I could reduce the amount of power that all of this uses by throwing efficiency into every single thing that doesn't need productivity or doesn't take productivity, but whatever. I could do productivity on all these flying robot frames too and all of that good stuff, but I sort of do need a few, at least 14, oh god, that's a lot. Pin summary, 26. I need 26 productivity modules just for this build. I've got the speed modules, I don't have the productivity modules because I've been using them more than the speeds. I have been using way more than speeds. So, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in to here. I'm going to be like, hey, gimme stacks of these guys. I guess I can also do the efficiency as well. May as well. Also, I want to have a stack of my passive provider and requester chests at minimum, as well as I want to hold on to 1,000 units of red belt. Speaking of red belt, I need setups for belts in all of this. That'll be the yellow and red. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I will need inserters. I am not going to have blues here because blues use lubricant. What is going to be down below, though, are the inserters. No, I already have these inserters. They need inserter parts, so I need to actually make the inserter parts here. That's that stuff. Pretty sure that this also takes productivity. For these inserter parts, I'll have a line of them. I apparently am also in need of assembling machines. Did I not add assembling machines to my stuff in here? I did not. Whoops. Well, okay. Allow me to add assembling machines to stuff in here. I need this. Get rid of these trees. Then I need another free location. I guess I'll swap one of these over to this. Just remove all the requests there and switch. Whoops. And switch over what I'm excuse me. There. That's it. That's better. Yeah, that's better. Always going to be limited by the actual iron gear wheels and things, but you know, I'm okay with this. Take all the things, make the assembling machines. Make the glorious assembling machines. The majestic assembling machines. Just get Shift C going in here to shove stuff into the shove stuff into the thing. Yes, stuff into thing. You are going to be what? I don't know. Something. These? These. I like these. Electric furnaces are good. They are great. They are great. I think that's okay for now. Now that I have assembly machines that are being brought to me, as well as getting a few more of these productivity module level 2s, I'm going to go ahead and pin this now. I do need 5 items on my train station. I need to figure out where exactly this train station is going to live. Of course, I have a lot of my science tech cards all being made in here. I wanted to tap into this uranium. I think I'm going to not. Yeah, I think I'm going to change my mind and just not on this one. And I'll do the science here. This is going to need another 3. Along with all of the rail. There we go. So that's 5 and 1 to provide. I need to hold on to the various materials for all of this. Do I have the unloaders? No, I do not. Hey, buddy, give me 20 bulk rail unloaders at any given time, as well as 20 loaders at any given time, as well as a good 20 deep water wells at any given time, as well as at least a stack of arithmetic combinators, a stack of decider combinators, a stack of red wires, a stack of green wires, a stack of Nixie tubes, sure, why the heck not, and let's see, a few hundred units of rail, aka 1,000 units of rail, train stop stack, supply station stack, and requester station stack, train requester stack, and I think that's going to cover what I necessarily need. Also a stack or two of those, a couple of stacks of those, and a stack or so of those. That is, as they say, that I need to do the actual requests. There we go. Huzzah! Huzzee! Huzzoo! Huzzum! Needs more gear wheels. But oh well. Needs more iron gear wheels to really get going. So now my bots have lots of things to do. For the moment. I still don't have enough thingies. No, I have exactly enough thingies. Let's go. Let's go do this. I should have my resources. My necessary resources. Oops. Die. Just forest must die. This is the benefit of my bots. They just destroy. They destroy all trees. It has been 32 minutes, so what I will do is head on over to place down this train station. What can I say that I actually did today? I finished the uranium build, and I've added stuff to them all, and I've planned out the production science. I mean, that's a thing. Today was a lot of just adding to things, not creating anything new. Sadly, I would like to have my videos each have a new thing added to them, but this one is not gonna be that way, unfortunately. Okay, let's at least get the train station set up for production science. We've also determined that military science is going to be next. I do hope we've realized this. Military science I should just be able to place and build. Like, it's not going to need anything particularly new. Going to use a lot of resources, but hey, this, you see how fast this is to magically have additional resources, or to magically bring in resources, provide resources, make stuff and things. It is pretty nice. It is pretty nice how quick this can go now. I'll go ahead and build on this side. And you know what? I'm gonna place down the infrastructure. I think we can get this done within like 4 or 5 minutes. 6 and 7. I need 1 into 1. And then I also need 12. And then 6 of the research centers. Why am I even building like that? The research centers should be like up top. Like, duh. You are making productivity modules, not that. Productivity at level 1 on all 12 of you. With speed. You are making the wonderful transport belts into red belts. The red belt will need speed. This actually makes it so that the output here is a little bit closer to 1-to-1. Not quite, exactly. You don't need those. You do need those. Whoops. Both of these use the gear wheels. Yeah, both of these need the gear wheels. The rest of the productivity is going in here and in here. Ta-da! And then if I copy-paste this, it'll be fine. In fact, what I'll do here is rotate this, bring this down to here. Not that spacing-ish. And bring that spacing down to about there. Okay. Our iron at production TC1. Our U238 at production TC1. Our blank TC at production TC1. Our electronic components at production TC1, not 12. And our green circuits at production TC1. Okay, and I can do my requests. Green circuits, electronic components, blank tech cards, uranium-238, and iron plates. Now, I do hope you have noticed how I'm building this. This is going to have a dedicated iron line. Iron plus gears, gears. The dedicated iron line will exist, and then there will be a shared belt on the other 4. And I should have spots where I've done shared belt that I can simply copy and paste. Just remove redundant thingies. This guy is going to these. Oh, I need more inserters. Huzzah. Huzzee, huzzoo. And that's going to limit me to not finishing this today. I will not be finishing this today because I need more additional inserters are required. But I will at least put the belt lines in. You do not take iron plates, so this will get split like so. Really, no. iron plates yet. That's gonna get output. That's gonna get output, and then I would like to do that right there. That right there. That is what I want, and then it'll output stuffs. One, two. There's that. This, of course, is going to be from below through this belt. Like so. And then power everything, get inserters everywhere, and it's done. Yep, that's pretty much that. Just have to add the inserters across the board. I can do a trickle of stuff by doing this. And there we go. This will give red belt. I need the long-handed inserters. And this will make productivity module level 1s. So you, as soon as you pick up enough red belt, whole 10 units per second, we will be good to go. Hello, welcome, Ollie. Welcome back. Welcome back, my boy. It's time to end off the video for the day. We spent an extended period of time getting into production science. But hey, we've got our production tech cards. They will very shortly exist here. I'm actually going to move that into there so we can get our first cycle moving of production science. Hello. He's pulling down a light. Unhook! Unhook! Ah! Ollie! Please, there you go. He grabbed my light from above. That boy. Daba, being naughty. Naughty boy. Naughty boy going after my light. Anyway, we now officially have non-zero, greater than zero, production science packs. It is glorious, but we do, of course, need to go back and get additional inserters of various kinds, and then we will move on into military science. With that, folks, I would like to thank you all for watching, as Ollie continues being naughty. This has been Otaku Showboat. If you have enjoyed today's video, please be sure to do all of the social and engagement stuff down below. You can, of course, support me on Patreon at patreon.com/otakushowboat if you are so inclined and able, and I will see you all on the next one.